Hello and welcome to Soul Light Connection. My name is Chelsea Brienne, and here on this channel I mainly speak upon topics relating to spirituality, self-growth through a higher means of consciousness, and bringing that consciousness and those spiritual concepts into our everyday life, and really cultivating a connection with our own soul, our own light, and being able to tune in to that innate wisdom that exists and is available for all of us. Now, prior to beginning this video, I was tuning in, as I always do, asking what needed to be shared, what would be in the highest and the most support for those tuning in. And I'm really being called to speak upon the energies that I have been feeling quite intensely, especially in the last few days. So previously, I did a video where we spoke about how this entire year has been immensely challenging for most of us on all levels: finances, career, relationships, family, health. We really have been put through the ringer, so to speak, with the amount of challenges and suffering that has come forth from those challenges. And it is my perspective that those challenges occurred in order to bring us even more deeply into our mission. And that is the energy that I want to touch upon and speak upon in this video: the energy of stepping forward into your mission. I noticed, especially within the last few days, this energy just kind of pulsating and surging through the fields of this sense of purpose and mission, and an immense focus on what you want out of your life. A lot of you are really being called forward to begin taking those action steps, to begin really birthing the physical manifestation and creation of what you have been pursuing and building so long in the energetic realms. And that is something else very important to keep in mind when it comes to creation and stepping into your purpose and stepping into your mission. We can't always look to the physical form and the physical reality, because that is the very last piece in creation. That's the last building block, right? So there are all these other layers, all these other steps that occur on the spiritual planes, in the energetic realms, that have to be laid as those foundations before your physical manifestation comes forth. And for many of you, that is what you have been doing this past year. Whether that was knowingly or unknowingly, you have been laying that energetic framework. You have been building those foundations for your physical creations to now stand upon. And I've just really been feeling this heightened energy of like, let's go, it is time, and just really wanting to buckle down and begin taking the steps, doing the things you know you need to do to reach the goals in your life, whether those are related to your career, your health, your relationships, your finances, whatever it is that you are being called to do, that you know your soul has a purpose for, that you know will lead to a more fulfilling life for you and for those around you. There is an energy that has shown up especially intensely in the last few days that is really offering a push to give you the drive to move forward in even more intense action. And this energy is bringing forward opportunities and connections that are in alignment and are coming in to serve to move you forward for this goal. Because when we are speaking about manifestations and goals, visions, missions that are from our souls, that are from God, from Source, that are how Source wants to serve and express through us. We are not just speaking about things that are only self-fulfilling, manifestations that make us, feel good, that are only service to self. We're talking about manifestations and the birth of creations that are in the highest service for all of humanity. And of course, service to self is an aspect of that. Service to self actually must come first, but in the sense that you have to feel a connection to your mission. You have to feel fulfilled by it. You have to have the drive to bring it forward so that it can even support the other people whom it is meant to touch. And if you guys are like me, you have been feeling this energy coming forward as like, let's go, it's time. The energy is really asking of you, like, what do you want? What do you need to get there? And how can you make that happen? And the energy is coming forward and forth to streamline that and to give you that push, because we are really stepping into a new plane of reality, both on the microcosm, person to person, but becoming the macrocosm as each person individually steps into their mission and begins to bring forward and build what they are meant to create here. That is going to ultimately create this new plane of reality, planetary, planet-wise, where everyone is able to contribute to these frequency shifts that are ultimately going to be the building blocks to create what we refer to as the new earth. And the new earth is always being created in every now moment. But the energies coming forward, especially in these last few days, are really calling those of you who are ready to begin bringing those physical manifestations to you and into form on this planet. You've really been spending so much time, as I said previously, laying the foundations. And by laying the foundations, I mean that the struggles, the suffering, the conflicts, the chaotic, horrible, sad things that you've been through have been clearing out traumas, mindsets, programs, thought forms, emotional patterns, and debris that were in the way of you bringing forward this creation. They have been offering you the tools that you need, the understandings, the trust and the faith and the courage in yourself. There are so many pieces that must come first before we see these physical creations. And this message is for those of you who have really spent this last year especially, but perhaps the last few years, laying these foundations. And this energy is now coming forward and giving you a push. It's like a little loving push from the universe, bringing in all this support for you and saying, okay, it's go time. And it's not just, oh, it's go time and here you go, you're off on your own. It's go time and you have substantial support and energies and opportunities coming in to back you. Because once again, these goals and these missions and these things I'm speaking of that you are wanting to birth forward are for service to the collective and to humanity and the new earth as a whole. I like to think of the new earth as, in a very simple terms, as each and every individual being connected to their soul, their source, and bringing forward what source wants to express through their individual form. And that can look so many different ways. So don't question for a second whether or not what you have been, receiving and building in the spiritual planes is something that is needed here, or maybe it's, not that big of a deal, it's not that important, or maybe you think it's too outlandish, you think it's too crazy, maybe you are doubting whether it's important at all, and the message is to not doubt it, because that vision, that goal, that dream has been placed in your heart for a purpose by your soul through source, because it's going to really serve an important step and a really important component in this new earth and in supporting those who are going to be awakening in the future. Each gift, each creation has a pool, how can I say it, like a little each creation emits a specific frequency that this frequency of people over here is going to connect to and pick up on. So even if what you're doing or wanting to create seems like someone else is already doing it, you are also being called and being given this desire because you hold a specific frequency that is going to reach these people over here. There is always an aligned match of a receiver for each creation or service. But yeah, please let me know in the comments if you are feeling this energy. As you can maybe tell, I'm feeling really elevated and excited by these frequencies and the support that I'm feeling coming in. I feel like my soul is just saying, okay, it's all hands on deck. What do you need? How can I help you? Let's do this. And it's a really beautiful energy to tap into and to utilize to your advantage to just really accelerate your desires, accelerate your dreams. So yeah, I would love to know if you've been feeling this energy as well. How are you using this energy? How has it been supporting you? And I will see you guys soon.